The following programme contains strong language, scenes of a sexual nature, themes that may offend, and flash photography. Although great care has been taken to remove any bones, some may still remain and be a choking hazard. May contain traces of nuts. This programme is unsuitable for the elderly, young children, pregnant women, blacks, whites, yellows, oranges and bananas, and people called Fred. Test on an inconspicuous area first.
Stirling University Drama Society presents Sounds Like SUDS.
Another top up, Paul?
Oh, yes, please, Miriam. Oh, thank you. It has wonderful colour. An F7, I presume.
And you presume correct. Lovely bouquet. Blueberries, perhaps?
Blueberries, yes. Certainly fruity on the nose.
Blueberries? Yeah, I get that too.
Although, I'd say more autumnal fruits. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh, most definitely. Very autumnal. So evocative. Racing days spent in the bay window with a favourite jumper and a book of French poems.
I can see it now. Quite wonderful. Do you know, I do believe I'm getting hints of leather.
Yes, absolutely. Morning dew and freshly cut grass.
Lawnmowers?
Lawnmowers? Don't be silly, dear. This is a Merlot.
Lawnmowers are much more Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, absolutely, darling.
Yeah, completely agree.
Quite lovely.
Strong overtones.
Or undertones.
Or undertones, indeed, darling. But definitely overtones. Hammers.
I was just about to say, bags of hammers. So astute.
Hammers! You know, like a hammer made from wine.
Yes, although I'm definitely getting that warm, lingering arrogance on the tongue.
Oh yes, a lovely snobby texture too.
Pretentiousness. Definite hints of pretentiousness.
I'm getting sense.
No, more money than sense.
Perfect. With the luxury yacht.
In the Portuguese villa, with the sea views.
Lovely wine.
Wine!
I'm just gonna go.
Every drop of it.
Every glass.
Every bottle.
Every slug.
Every swill.
Wonderful.
Magnificent.
Winey.
Winey. Right, well, on to the Chardonnay.
We need to come up with an animated feature that'll be able to compete with Disney and Don Bluth. I'm sure you're all aware that Disney has now started collaborating with that Lasseter guy with his computer animation. If we can hope to rival them, we had better come up with something pretty spectacular. Miss Livewire, I understand you have a pitch?
Yes, sir. I propose we make a cartoon movie about William Wallace.
Who in the hell is William Wallace?
He's a historical Scottish hero, Mr. Grandine.
A British hero? Like Robin Hood? Or King Arthur? Disney made movies about them in the 60s. You may be onto something, Livewire.
Only William Wallace is more historical and less mythical.
I don't think we should really bother about that. We should feel free to add magic to the story wherever we feel fit.
Yeah, I was thinking he could have a wizard who sort of looks after him and guides him to his destiny.
Sort of. Merlin type, you mean?
Exactly. And he'd provide most of the laughs, of course, doing wacky spells, turning stuff into other stuff.
It could be three witches instead. You know, like in Macbeth, the three witches. You know, I thought it might be quite appropriate since it's also set in Scotland.
What the hell are you jabbering about?
The Shakespeare play, you know.
Shakespeare? Are we making some kind of smart-ass, pretentious, high-culture crap? Or are we making a fun movie? Listen to Lord Snooty Pants. He thinks he's riding for the theater. If I wanted to pump his ass head with his head rammed up his ass, I'd have hired a British guy. Now keep your word hole shut if you're to contribute to this artsy-fartsy, airy-fairy horse shit. Lord Snooty Pants. That'd be a good name for a bad guy.
The wizard's already Scottish enough. You see, he's got a pet haggis.
Does the haggis have a name?
Well, I just called him Harry, but that's just a placeholder. I'm sure one of you guys could come up with something better.
Harvey?
Hugo?
Hamish would be a good name.
What? That's the dumbest way of saying Amish I've ever heard.
No, not Amish. Hamish.
It's a Scottish name.
Right, and I was thinking it would be a good name because...
No, we're making this movie for Americans. We gotta call it something normal people understand.
It doesn't really need to begin with an H. It doesn't even have to be a real name, as long as it's something funny the kids will like. How about Butthead?
I think that name's copyright to Mike Judge.
Buttface?
Perfect.
Buttface? What? This is 13th century Scotland. There's no way someone in 13th century Scotland would call his pet Buttface. It's clearly 20th century American.
And guess who we're making this movie for? That's right, 20th century Americans. Now, anyone else know any crazy Scottish crap we can put in?
Well, we could...
Funny stuff. I mean, not stuff nobody understands.
Well, I heard that Scotsmen don't wear anything under their kilts. I think we could get a lot of gags out of that.
It would be belted plaids. Kilts were not invented until the 19th century.
Shut up! Shut the hell up! Without making a boring-ass documentary, everyone knows all Scotsmen wear kilts.
I'm for Scotland and I don't...
No one cares!
I care!
Oh, no one cares but you. Hell, before the Blue Browns gave her Willie in The Simpsons, no one in the entire world had even heard of Scotland.
Well, Scottish people have.
Well, when I said the entire world, I meant America, obviously. Jeez, whole new levels of dumb. Okay, what else do people know about Scotland?
What about the Loch Ness Monster? You see, I was thinking there could be a scene where Wallace and the wizard are walking beside the lake, and Nessie's in there, under the water, waiting to pounce. And then, they see bubbles coming out of the lake.
And Nessie's like, wow, I shouldn't have had that last bean burrito.
Yes.
Perfect. What else do we know about Scotland?
Well, although it's...
They talk funny.
How do we want William Wallace to talk funny? The viewers need to identify with him.
No, he should sound like an American. In fact, I was thinking we could get Matthew Broderick to do the voice.
Good idea.
But the other Scots should talk funny as well. Except for the love interest, who I think, since we're trying to be like Disney, could be a princess of some sort.
Princess? Are you nuts? I was with you up until there, and now you're just talking bullcrap. Okay, let's make up some funny crap which Scots might say.
There are a lot of really good, authentic Scottish expressions which we could use. We don't need to make them up.
I think ours will be funnier.
How about... He looks like he's been goshed in the hoof by a rabid raccoon.
Or, he wouldn't say scoppers to a hot dog stand.
You'd better watch out or I'll meet you with a skilfie with my baseball bat.
Good, very good.
A raccoon, hot dog stand, baseball bat. There's nothing Scottish about it.
That's nonsense. Words sounds very Scottish.
But they're not really Scottish. I could tell you some genuine old Scottish words.
It doesn't matter as long as they sound funny. What else do you know about Scotland?
They play weird games.
Right, let's come up with some weird games.
How about a game where they throw skunks at each other and the first one to pass out from the smell is the loser?
There's no skunks in Scotland. There were never skunks in Scotland.
Nobody knows that.
Are they not in Scotland? Probably not in England.
No one's asking your opinion.
Well, why don't you? I'm from Scotland. I know quite a bit about history. You should be asking my views about it. Most people already accept the Disney versions of all the stories they screwed up instead of the originals. If this becomes successful, Kids all over America, I think this is a definitive version of the story of William Wallace and an accurate description of Scotland. Whereas Scottish kids may grow up not understanding their own history, their own culture, in their own country.
Get out! You're fired! Get the hell out! I hope you burn in hell! Right. Let's get back to making up crap about Scotland.
Oh, Dave, I don't know what we're going to do. We got more money going out than we have coming in.
Yes, and I don't want to go back on the game again. What are we going to do?
Outstanding debts, credit card bills, mortgage, bailiffs stolen your children, then call Cash for Organs now! If you have any vital organs you no longer need, then Cash for Organs can help turn them into cold hard cash. Call or log on now and we will send you a free organ kit. Simply place your unwanted organs in the bag and send it back. A cheque will arrive in the post the very next day. Not convinced? Don't just take our word for it.
I sent my liver off to Cash for Organs and received £300. Now I can afford that dream holiday in Runcorn.
I got £23 for my spleen. Now I can buy it. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Ah! The bleeding! The bleeding!
So don't delay and slice away and turn those unwanted organs into cash.
So to terms and conditions, the value of your organs may go up as well as down. Cash for Organs is not held responsible for any loss of income, life, blood or organs as a result of our service.
What do we want? When do we want them? What do we want? When do we want them? That's right, equal rights. Is death the reason to lose your vote? Should America be the only place where the dead can vote? Should you be denied healthcare because of your current situation? Is being undead a pre-existing condition? Is it right that excuse me? Excuse me, sir. I know that you're excited, but could you please not climb on the stage? Yes, I know we all are upset about the current political situation, but could you all get back down from the stage? This isn't helping anything. People, please, you're crowding me. That's very friendly of you, but please stop touching me. No, please don't bite me.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello. Please do take a seat. Now, what seems to be the problem?
Yeah, you saw me last week. You sent me for some scans and you told me to come back today to get the results.
Oh yes, of course. I remember now. Foley, isn't it? Yes. Let's see now, shall we? Well, it seems you have a rather large tumour situated in your brain.
Oh, I see. Jesus. Is it fatal?
Not for me. Oh, you meant for you. Well, I have to admit, I'm not very good in the brain department.
I'm sorry?
Brains, cancer, illnesses, not really my thing, not my field.
Well then, I think I'd like a second opinion.
Of course. After all, that is your right. You know what? I think I'll ask a colleague for his opinion. He's very good at this sort of thing. There is a slight problem, though. He's black.
What difference does that make?
Well, you never know. We get all sorts in this hospital, and some people seem to take badly. Never mind, though. Forget I said anything. I think I hear him coming now.
But that's you knocking. Please say that isn't a magic 8-ball.
This is my esteemed colleague, Dr. Bull.
And this is the doctor that's going to give me some answers.
Oh, don't let the lack of a white coat fool you. It's just very hard to find one that'll fit him. He's quite self-conscious about it, actually, so could you try not to mention it again? Now, Dr. Bull, do you think this brain tumour will be fatal? ask again later. I'm sorry, he does this sometimes. Gets a bit shy around new people, and mentioning the white coat thing probably didn't help. Someone needs to work on his bedside manner. Yeah, see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Now, where were we? Is this brain tumour fatal? Outlook not so good. I'm terribly sorry, madam. It looks as if there's nothing we can do.
I've had enough of this. I'm going to find an actual doctor.
Ah, she's just in denial. Nothing we can do, I'm afraid. She'll come around eventually. Actually, Dr. Bull, do you fancy coming down to the pub for a few drinks after this shift's over? Busy. Oh well, maybe some other time.
Sounds Like SUDS starred James Breen, Rhiannon Marshall, Jesse Wright, Keith Potter, Alison Perry, Sean Ezrall, Robert Davis, Sarah Dendy, Michael Cowling, Kate Krause, Alex Campbell, George Easton, John Bruce, Sarah Grant and Caron Dixon. It was written by the members of the Stirling University Drama Society and the producer was Robert Davis.